Okay, so we're comparing the appearance of an embryo at the mutla stage with a piece of gum that has been showed. We find similarity between the two. This is the first thing. Okay, what about figure A and figure B? Figure A, drawing of an embryo at the mutla stage. We can see here the somites at the back of the embryo that look like teeth marks. This is from the Development Human, Moore and Berceau, 5th edition, page 79. And B, photograph of a piece of gum that has been shown. So, this is the similarity between the embryo, the human embryo, and the show's gum, according to Moore and Berceau in their book, The Development Human. Okay. Because you are talking about something which is not in your field. Let us listen to the man of this field. He is Keith Moore. Words by words.
Our guest today is Dr. Keith Moore, Professor of Anatomy and Embryology at the University of Toronto, Canada. And before, at the University of Winnipeg in Western Canada for 11 years. Then, the head of the anatomy department for 6 years. He has headed many international associations, such as Canadian and American Associations of Anatomists and the Council of the Union of Biological Sciences. Professor Moore was also elected to the membership of the Royal Medical Association of Canada, the International Academy of Cytology, the Union of the American Anatomists, and the Union of North and South American Anatomists. Professor Moore has published many books on clinical anatomy and embryology. 8 of them are used as reference works in medical schools and have been translated into 6 languages, namely Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, Greek, and Chinese.
It has been a great pleasure for me to help clarify statements in the Quran about human development. It is clear to me that these statements must have come to Muhammad from God or Allah, because almost all of this knowledge was not discovered until many centuries. This proves to me that Muhammad must have been a messenger of God. This proves to me that Muhammad must have been a messenger of God. This proves to me that Muhammad must have been a messenger of God. Develops in the mother's womb or uterus, protected by 3 veils or layers, as shown in this next slide. A represents the anterior abdominal wall. B, the uterine wall. And C, the amniochorionic membrane. Because the staging of human embryos is complex, owing to the continuous process of change during development, it is proposed that a new system of classification could be developed using the terms mentioned in the Quran and Sunnah. The proposed system is simple, comprehensive, and conforms with present embryological knowledge. Intensive studies of the Quran and Hadith in the last 4 years have revealed a system for classifying human embryos that is amazing, since it was recorded in the 7th century A.D. Although Aristotle, the founder of the science of embryology, realized that chick embryos developed in stages from his studies of hen's eggs in the 4th century B.C., he did not give any details about these stages. As far as it is known from the history of embryology, little was known about the staging and classification of human embryos until the 20th century. For this reason, the descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century. The only reasonable conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed to Muhammad from God. He could not have known such details because he was an illiterate man with absolutely no scientific training. The reasonable conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed to Muhammad from God. He could not have known such details because he was an illiterate man with absolutely no scientific training. The conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed to Muhammad from God. He could not have known such details because he was an illiterate man with absolutely no scientific training.